From pages 380 through 384, I just chose some random problems that will give you a good variety of examples to see how you do the rest of the problems on the homework. But for problem number 15, we're told that we have this point, and the point on the unit circle, it's said, and it corresponds to a real number t, and we're trying to find the exact values of the 6 trigonometric functions of t. So in other words, t is the arc length, and the arc length would be from the point 1, 0 here to that point there, and that forms an angle. And so like I said in the first video, we're finding just basically the sine of the angle, and the sine are all the trig functions of the angle. And so the sine of t is the same as the sine of the angle, which we know to be the y-coordinate of the point on the unit circle that corresponds with that angle. So the y-coordinate being radical 21 over 5, and then we know that the cosine of that angle, the cosine of t, here s is equal to t units. So the arc length, again, is the corresponding real number. Anyway, so I'll just continue to find the cosine, sine, and all the other trig functions of the angle and being related to either the x or the y coordinate of the point on the unit circle. So the cosine, we know that to be the x coordinate, and the x coordinate here is negative 2/5. We know that the tangent is the y coordinate over the x coordinate, so radical 21 over 5 divided by negative 2/5. So I'm going to leave it like that, and if I wanted to, I could simplify that. I could write radical 21 over 5. This is the tangent of t. Radical 21 over 5 times negative 5/2, which I could simplify it and get negative radical 21 over 2, because the 5's will cancel. We get a negative radical 21 over 2. So I could do that, and I could do all the work, but I really just want to make sure you're comfortable with getting the right value there, and I don't need you to simplify those values. Likewise, the cosecant is 1 over the sine. I don't want you to write 1 divided by that. What I do want you to do is I want you to flip the fraction over that you get for the sine. Since cosecant is the reciprocal of the sine, the value that you get for cosecant is the reciprocal of the value you get for sine. So if the sine is radical 21 over 5, then the cosecant would be 5 over radical 21. And again, I don't need you to rationalize the denominator now. Let's go ahead and hold off on that. The secant would be the reciprocal of the cosine, which would be negative 5 over 2. And then the cotangent, since we did simplify the tangent, I'm going to go ahead and flip the tangent fraction over, because the cotangent is the reciprocal of the tangent, and we get negative 2 over radical 21. So that was a 3-minute long problem. I'm going to leave it at that and move on with I'm going to do another video for the next section.